Tim Cook says, this was a little worse.
Yeah.
This was a little worse. I'm surprised you didn't do this as a headline story because this was a little worse.
Okay.
I didn't really like this one. Tim Cook says, buy your mom an iPhone if you want to end green bubbles. Now, I know he's on the spot and it's freestyle. I guess he was at this conference and they asked him about RCS support in iMessage. And he said, no one's asking for it. Or users aren't asking for it. Well, what is a user? A smartphone user, an Apple user, an iPhone buyer? I'm not sure, but there's definitely people are asking for it. There are many people that would like to see some standard here so that everyone can interface effectively. I believe the initial question was, I can't send my mom video. Right? It defaults to MMS. It's a complete disaster when you're going cross-platform from Android to iOS. There's a way to solve it. Apple has apparently less interest than I thought. And so, I mean, I knew they didn't want to solve it. But when you have the CEO out here saying what he said, scroll up and we'll get the quote. I don't hear our users asking that we put a lot of energy in on that at this point. I would love to convert you to an iPhone. That's the person who asked the question. But I think the person was actually sending from iPhone to Android.
Yeah, I think that's the case.
In which they said, it's really not my issue. It's like my mom's got an Android phone because that's what she can afford or that's what she likes or whatever. Whatever the reasoning. Or because, she likes folding phones. Sorry, Tim, she likes folding phones. You don't have one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, I highly doubt that's what she's going for. But anyway, he responds with, buy your mom an iPhone to fix his messaging.
It's a bit petty.
Ooh. Kind of maybe a little emotion from Tim, which you don't normally see. You would have thought he would have had a more... And I'm not saying that we need more politically correct answers, but you would have thought he would have had a more politically correct answer. Like, we'll have to wait and see what the future holds.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that what you expect from a guy like Tim?
A bit of a canned answer.
Yeah, and it doesn't really tell you much of anything. You go, oh, okay, that's interesting. Maybe if this set of concerns is satisfied, then maybe we open things up and we agree to the standard.
What if he's just trying to be cheeky?
Maybe it was cheeky. And we're sitting here reading it, and it was actually funnier because of the delivery. It's possible, but you got to know at this point there's going to be a million articles written. You got to know it's going to be taken out of context. Everybody's going to slip up still. But when you put those words out, when you're the CEO of one of the most valuable companies in the world, buy your mom an iPhone. Like, it's going to be snarky, even if you had the best intentions. Now, I mean, maybe it slipped out. Maybe... It's, internally, there's jokes about these things, and you're freestyling. You're on stage. It's a Q&A, and that can happen. But it doesn't satisfy me because I want to see a standard here. Like, I just don't... Anytime these things are getting walled off is creating problems for people. Standards are fantastic. I don't care if we're talking about bubble colors or lightning connectors. These things are annoying to me. They create annoyances. There is no perfect world in which I buy everyone I interact with an iPhone. Maybe in Tim's world, not in mine. That's not the reality of how the marketplace typically operates. You need to have some level of competition. Inside of that competition, you have variants, and standards help to solve problems across those variants. Like the same thing with Tesla and the proprietary chargers, which they're saying, no, open it up to everyone else now. You have to. We're beyond that now.
Because the reality of all of this is a guy's just trying to send a video to his mom.
Think about the user. Think about the user. And if he buys his mom an iPhone, then it's going to be his aunt or his nephew or whoever it is. Problem still not solved. So I don't know. At least the benefit of these articles coming out is maybe that some of this pressure comes back on them to actually think about this, that they can feel some of the negative sentiment. I mean, they're Apple. They don't have to do anything, and they probably won't. But I don't know. If people make enough noise, maybe. Sure. We should have a standard. We should have a standard for this.